Alright, so let's talk Predator Badlands. We just got the first trailer for the latest film in the Predator franchise, directed by Dan Trachtenberg, co-written by Dan Trachtenberg and Patrick Aisen, and stars Elle Fanning, as well as Dimitris Shooter Colomantangi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But this is Dan Trachtenberg returning to the Predator franchise after giving us Prey, and before that, Cloverfield Lane. So is Dan Trachtenberg 3 for 3 with Predator Badlands? We'll see. We'll see in November. Let me know what you think. But the premise of the film says, in the future, on a remote planet, a young predator, outcast from his clan, finds an unlikely ally in Thea and embarks on a treacherous journey in search of the ultimate adversary. So Thea is being played by Elle Fanning, and one thing we have to note from the trailer before we get into any of this is that Elle Fanning's character of Thea is a Wayland synthetic. It is showcased in the trailer around the 26 second mark. So Alien vs. Predator, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It has to happen, right? But let's go over the trailer first. We'll talk a little bit about what Alien vs. Predator could look like, especially with Alien Romulus. What has Fede Alvarez said in the past about this and all of that. So the trailer I thought was pretty dope. It looks like it really wants to focus more on the Predator for sure, which is something that they talk about at CinemaCon, and we'll get to those comments in a bit. We do end up starting the trailer with a trophy room. It looks like this Predator is sort of been proving themselves and showcasing who they are. And apparently they're going to separate from their clan for whatever reason that may be and embark on a journey with Thea to find the ultimate adversary. Is that ultimate adversary a xenomorph? We'll see. Because Thea in one point of the trailer says it cannot be killed. So I may be like leaning towards, are we seeing a xenomorph of sorts? But this is the dope shot of Thea turning into the Wayland Yutani synthetic right here. So we'll see what that means. We see that there is going to be other humans as well involved here. And I'm curious what exactly is happening in this remote planet. What is everybody looking for? And what is Wayland doing here as well? Because Wayland's up to no good as always, it seems. But it seems that the Predator is going to embark on some different missions. This is such a dope shot of the Predator right here. This is, I'm not sure where it's taking place, but based on the skulls that the Predator has, it could definitely be way into the future, right? And somebody said that one of the skulls looked like the Independence Day alien, which, what do y'all think about that? Let me know. But I love these shots right here. They just look so gorgeous, and I'm very excited to see what Dan Trachtenberg is doing for sure. But this is definitely getting me pumped. I'm excited. November 7th cannot come sooner. This is such a cold shot as well, honestly. Look at this right here. Some people aren't too happy with the way the Predator looks. I'm curious to know what you think about that, though. I'm okay with it. Some people are saying it looks a little bit too human or all of that. And I understand they have to do something like that in order for people to really get into the film as well. Like, they have to have a character like Elle Fanning as well, a human. And that's just the thing with human connections to what they're watching for the most part, but yeah, I'm okay with it. So Predator Badlands, let me know what you think. But let's talk about some of the things that happened at CinemaCon and what they had to say. So at CinemaCon, we did have them talking about the character, and this is Elle Fanning, and she talks about what she sees in the film and what's going to happen, because she says something unprecedented happens in this movie. My character teams up with the Predator, which is of course something we're seeing here in the trailer as well. And I'm very curious how that relationship is going to form, because what exactly makes Elle Fanning's character get attached to the Predator, and how does the Predator not just destroy or kill this synthetic, right? Because the Predator is almost always just there ready to attack. So we'll see what happens there. There's probably going to be a couple of things that are going to really escalate that and cause the Predator to be like, you know what? I'm chill, right? So we have heard that this movie was going to make you see the Predator in a different light, because he's sort of like the good guy of sorts. So is he taking down another bigger Predator? We shall see. We shall see. But let's talk about the synthetic aspect of it, because I think it's the most important aspect of this trailer, and it leads more into the future, right? So Fede Alvarez spoke with Collider when Alien Romulus was coming out, and he hosted a screening with them where he talked about the possibility about AVP happening again in the future. And of course, AVP is Alien vs. Predator, which was, like I've said, a cultural moment when it happened. Nobody saw that coming, and at the time you had like Freddy versus Jason, all of that, then you have AVP. It was just a different time. So I think people are ready for this. So He says, I can't speak for Dan, and this is him talking about Dan Trachtenberg, but he says, at some point, once there's another Alien, I know he's working on a sequel to Prey one day, if we feel like, yeah, that's what we cannot wait to see, I think that's a movie we could do. He also says, I would like to do it where the people don't know it's an Alien versus Predator film by saying, the way I would do it most likely if it could be done this way, it's hard to keep secrets online. The best AVP will be the one that you don't know is AVP until the other guy shows up. You think you're watching a Predator movie, and then they land in some place and there are creatures and fucking hell, it's a xenomorph. That would get me, fuck yeah, you go crazy. Or vice versa, you're in an Alien movie and then suddenly a mysterious creature is there and you can hear that sound and you see the cloak and you go, is that a fucking Predator? And then it turns out it is. That would be the way to do it, don't you think? Once you put it in the title, it's like spoiler alert. So he says it wouldn't be the way you think, not in the way that it would just be called Alien versus Predator or anything like the original movies. So I'm already putting my thinking hat on and saying, what if Predator Badlands is just a sort of soft like launch into AVP, and at the end we see a xenomorph? The Weyland-Yutani synthetic already has me thinking that there is definitely a xenomorph out there. Could Weyland-Yutani be looking for the Predator to take down the xenomorphs or sort of corral them of sorts? You know, I don't know. That's my thinking hat going on right now, but that's for a whole other video. This is just talking about the trailer. So if you want to talk more about Alien versus Predator and theories of where the franchises could go after Badlands, after Romulus, drop a comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and we shall do a video talking theories if y'all want. But I am super pumped for Badlands. This trailer really got me. I was always on the fence. I didn't know how to feel about it. I was just curious what they were trying to do. It had been so secretive for so long. But we finally got the teaser and we finally got some more like information about where this is potentially going. I'm pumped to see the movie. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. Did you like this trailer? Did you hate it? Are you watching this movie in theaters? It looks like a movie you want to watch in IMAX, right? Just from the scope of what we've seen in the teaser. But we'll see what more of the footage is shown. I just don't think Dan Trachtenberg makes a bad movie this into his career. He made Cloverfield Lane. He made Prey. And this definitely seems to be on track to be another hit from Trachtenberg. So we shall see what happens once the movie releases in November. But make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Make sure you follow us for all the things you love. We will be doing The Sinners live this weekend, so stay tuned and talking more about it. So if you want to discuss or talk about what you thought about the film, I'll be putting up the live announcement later tonight, so you know what time it will be. It's either going to be Thursday or Friday night, so stay tuned. But let me know what you think about Predator Badlands and all of that. And follow us where we can on Instagram and TikTok. We're trying to grow our followers all across the board. So make sure you follow us there. And I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe, stay positive.